Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 8, Lord Krishna shows the universal form. So before he shows the universal form, there are so many other descriptions here. The name-giving ceremony is going on in a cowshed secretly. So that is what we're going to read now. Text number 16. Eshaha Vaha Shreya Adhasyat Eshava Shreya Adhasyat Gopa Gokula Nandanaha Gopa Gokula Nandanaha Anena Sarva Durgani Anena Sarva Durgani Yuyam Anjaha Tarishyatha Eshava Shreya Adhasyat Gopa Gokula Nandanaha Anena Sarva Durgani Yuyam Manjastarishyatha. Eshava Shreya Adhasyad Gopa Gokula Nandanaha Anena Sarva Durgani Yuyam Manjastarishyatha. Eshava Shreya Adhasyad Gopa Gokula Nandanaha Anena Sarva Durgani Yam Manjastarishyatha. Eshava Shreya Adhasyad Gopa Gokula Nandanaha Anena Sarva Durgani Yuyam Manjastarishyatha. Eshaha, this child. There are two children there for whom the name-giving ceremony is going on. So already Balaram's name-giving ceremony is over. The name have been given. Now for Krishna, Eshaha refers to this child, Krishna. Vaha, for all of you people, Shreyaha, the most auspicious, Adhasyat, will act all auspiciously. Gopa Gokula Nandanaha, just like a cowherd boy born in a family of cowherd men, as the son of the estate of Gokula. Only Prabhupada can translate like this, estate of Gokula. Gokula Nandanaha. Anena, by him, Sarvadurgani, all kinds of miserable conditions. Yuyam, all of you, Anjaha, easily, Tarishyatha, will overcome. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Translation. To increase the transcendental bliss of the cowherd men of Gokula, this child will always act auspiciously for you. And by His grace only, you will surpass all difficulties. Please repeat this translation after me. To increase the transcendental bliss of the cowherd men of Gokula, this child will always act auspiciously for you. And by His grace only, you will surpass all difficulties. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. For the cowherd men and the cows, Krishna is the supreme friend. Therefore, He is worshipped by the prayer, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. His pastimes in Gokula, His Dhamma, are always favorable to the Brahmanas and the cows. His first business is to give all comfort to the cows and the Brahmanas. In fact, comfort for the Brahmanas is secondary, and comfort for the cows is His first concern. Because of His presence, all people would overcome all difficulties and always be situated in transcendental bliss. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatirmirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Yat kripatamaham vande Paramananda Madhavam Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So Gargamuni is performing the name-giving ceremony. Generally, what happens in name-giving ceremony? There are some rituals, and particularly a suitable name is selected by a qualified Brahmana, and the name is given. So generally, the Brahmanas are supposed to be well versed in Vedic knowledge, particularly when they perform samskaras, then they should be conversant with astrology. Now, the Vedic knowledge means, Veda means knowledge, and there are so many different branches of knowledge. Go to any university, big university, so many departments. And university means there will be specializations. in India, you don't get to see universities like we see some of the universities in America. I was in Boston. I had gone to MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. It is not really a university, but even in that technical college, it's actually a college. There are so many departments. So many departments. And just to show me around, the devotee who was taking me there was a lecture arranged for me by the devotee. Some students were supposed to attend this discourse. So he took me through a particular entrance. There are many entrances to this college. This college has several buildings spread over a very small area. It's a crowded campus, unlike the other universities where there's thousands of acres of campus. It is bigger than Mysore city, some university campuses. It's just a university campus, but it's bigger than Mysore city. Probably bigger than even Mysore district. So, in this Massachusetts Institute of Technology, there are so many departments. So, he took me through one entrance where first we come across one department, then next department, next department, next department, next department, next department. We are supposed to reach some particular hall where this discourse is arranged. And in that hall, the students have gathered and they're waiting for me. Okay. So while I'm passing through the corridor of these different departments, students are transiting from one hall to another hall. If they have taken one subject, then they will be going to one particular department where the subject will be taught by the professors or the staff or the faculty of that department. So students will be transiting from here to there, here to there, there to there, there to there. They're going on transiting. So there is so much of knowledge, branches of knowledge. Why I am telling all this is branches of knowledge. So you can imagine if an insignificant college has so many departments. If you say Veda, it means the entirety of knowledge. Therefore, Vedic literatures are very, 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 very vast. Nobody can even imagine how many branches of Vedas are there. We simply say, oh, there are 4 divisions of Vedas. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharva Veda. We don't even know what it really comprehends. We have no idea. And here, Garga Muni, he is an expert in samskaras. So he has come to perform the name-giving ceremony of Krishna and Balaram. Of course, Krishna and Balaram are the supreme personality of Godhead. So it's not an ordinary name-giving ceremony. It's a part of the Lord's Leela that he appears, he takes birth, and then there is all these samskaras. Jata Karma, Nanda Maharaj performed all these samskaras. So then now it has come for the Namakarana ceremony, name-giving ceremony. So in giving the name, there has to be a consideration of the jataka, of the horoscope of the child. Even today, some of the priests who come to perform name-giving ceremony, they will note down the time and place, time, date, and place of birth of the child, and they'll refer one Panchanga, one Vedic calendar, in which so many details are there in that Panchanga. And these astrologers, these Brahmanas who are expert in astrology, will do calculations. Ever heard of anybody doing calculations using one calendar? This is all unknown to the Mlechas, Yavanas. They have some calendar, January, February, March. What is that calendar? Of course, it is useful, it serves some purpose, but it is very limited, very, very limited. They have no idea what Panchanga is. Pancha Anga. There are 5 different items in that almanac or in that calendar. So, they perform the Jata Karma. When the child is born, they draw the horoscope and then they make predictions. So already Jata Karma is over. Now, name-giving ceremony is based on the Jataka. So already Gargamuni, he is aware this child who was born as the son of Vasudeva, middle of the night, Shravan Masa, Krishna Paksha, Ashtami, Rohini Nakshatra, all that is aware. So he has already done all the calculations, and exactly according to that horoscope, he is telling the names. And because he's a very, very learned Brahmana, Gargamuni, Muni, he's a great sage. Means totally absorbed in studying the Vedas. So he is expert. So earlier verses, see, it begins with verse number 13. He says, you are this son, the second son, not the older son, the younger son, appears as an incarnation in every millennium. Asan varnastrayo hyasya granato anuyugam tanuhu shuklo raktas tatha pita idanim krishnatam gataha. He's talking about the different complexions in which the Lord appears in different incarnations, different yugas. Then he says, for many reasons, this beautiful son of yours sometimes appeared previously as the son of Vasudeva, 14th verse. Therefore, those who are learned sometimes call this child Vasudeva. Now, many times previously as the son of Vasudeva, because Vasudeva and Devaki, even though Krishna has now appeared as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, he doesn't want to reveal that. That's a secret. But he reveals that previously Vasudeva and Devaki had the Supreme Lord appear as the child, Prishni Garbha. And Vamana. So previous 2 times, this is the 3rd time he is appearing as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. All that he is not revealing. Just like previously appeared the son of Vasudeva, therefore he is called Vasudeva. And in the 15th verse, for this son of yours, there are many forms and names according to his transcendental qualities and activities. Guna karma anurupani bahuni santi nama. He has got many names. Basically, the Supreme Lord is an unlimited personality. So he has unlimited forms, he has unlimited names, he has unlimited qualities, he has unlimited activities, pastimes. Everything about him is unlimited. So what name-giving ceremony I can do? I can only say indicate some few names, that's all. So he says, these are known to me, but people in general do not understand them. Because he is a learned Brahmana, so he can, using Jyotir Veda, he can calculate and he can figure out. But the people in general, they are not very learned in the Vedas, so they cannot figure out all that. In today's verse, he is telling, to increase the transcendental bliss of the cowherd men of Gokula, this child will always act auspiciously for you. See, all these things are part of the name-giving ceremony to describe the child's qualities. Accordingly, a name will come. To describe the child's, just like Gokula Nandana, another name for Krishna. Gopala, because he's the protector of the cows. Gopa, simply Gopa itself is the name of Krishna. Gopa, Gokula Nandanaha. Gopa, he is a cowherd boy. He has appeared as the son of cowherd man, Nanda Maharaj. So he is called Gopa. Gopa Balaka, typically. Gopa Bala. And Anena Sarva Durgani, this child will always act auspiciously for you. In what way he'll be auspicious? By his grace only, you will be able to surpass all difficulties. Sarva Durgani Tarishyatha Yuyam Anjaha. Very easily you will cross over all difficulties. And already Nanda Maharaj has experienced, even before the name-giving ceremony, some Putana demoness came, tried to kill the child. Of course, Nanda Maharaj did not know she came to kill the child. But in any case, the demoness died. Whatever happened, the demoness died. 12 miles long, her body. She had disguised herself as a beautiful nurse, Dhatri. Looking like Lakshmi, but she is actually a Rakshasi. So her real form was revealed when she died. So when the cowherd men saw that form, they were terrified. What is this? Who is this personality? Who is this Rakshasi? So then they could understand she had come as a very beautiful looking nurse, but she is not a nurse. She is actually a Rakshasi. And they can't figure out how is it she died? What happened? How did she die? They have no idea. So therefore, here, Garga Muni, he is telling Nanda Maharaj, you have already experienced the auspiciousness that this child is bringing in your family, because Already some 2 demons or 3 demons are already been killed. Of course, the Shakatasura, nobody could understand was a demon. It is for our internal understanding. One demon had appeared as a cart, Shakata. Demon appearing as a cart. These are all the modern day karmis, they'll say all these are fairy tales. You foolish people, you believe all these things. Somebody appears like a cart. Shakata. So they think these are all simply some stories meant for, fooling innocent people like us, devotees. But actually, the power of the yogic siddhi, thus these modern day people don't even know what is yogic siddhi. They have no idea. They do all these type of things, exercise, asana, pranayama, dhyana, all bogus, totally bogus. Because nobody makes any advancement to get any yogic siddhi. Is there even one person who has got yogic siddhi in modern times? There was one, B.V.K. Iyengar. He was really a Hatha yogi who had siddhi. He had siddhis. There are some. But they don't find students who will practice properly to get siddhis. You have to do a lot of practice and you have to be thorough. And you should be devoted and dedicated for this Hatha yoga. Too many rules and regulations. So modern day people cannot follow that. But those who understand the science of this Hatha yoga, they know what is yogic siddhi. And these demons, they have practiced severe austerities and got all these siddhis. And because they are demoniac natured, asuri swabhava, they misuse all these yogic siddhis. The Devatas also have siddhis, but they never misuse siddhis. They always use siddhis in a divine way. They are daivi swabhava. They'll use it for the good of others. Whereas demoniac nature, they will misuse and abuse and give simply trouble to others. Like this Putana, Trinavarta, Shakatasura, they came to kill the child. So, in spite of these demons coming to attack, the child was safe. The child was safe. So therefore, he's telling not only in the past whatever happened, in the future also, this child will always act auspiciously for you because you'll be able to surpass all difficulties very easily by the grace of this child. By the grace of this child. So, Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, Krishna is the supreme friend for the cowherd men and the cows. He is the supreme friend. Because they are his devotees. They are all his devotees. He is the supreme friend of everyone. Suhridam sarva bhutanam. All living entities, he is the supreme friend. But still, there is something extra special when it comes to devotees. That he also explains in the Bhagavad Gita. Samoham sarva bhuteshu namedveshu asti na priya. He is equally the well-wisher of all living entities. He is equal well-wisher. But ye bhajanti tu means but. Those who are my devotees. Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya. They render pure devotional service. Who renders pure devotion? Only devotees. Mayi te teshu chapyaham. They are very, very, very special for me. So, they are always protected by me. They're always taken care of by me completely. So, there is a very intimate connection between Krishna and his devotees. So, therefore, Prabhupada says, Krishna is a supreme friend for the cowherd men and the cows. And therefore, we offer a prayer. Namo Brahmanya Devaya. Brahmanya Deva means he is the worshipable deity of the Brahmanas. In the Vedic culture, all Brahmanas worship the Supreme Lord Vishnu or Krishna by worshipping what is called as Saligram Shila. Saligram Shila. Saligram Shila is a special incarnation of Krishna in the form of a stone. And the stone has got some markings. And according to the marking, the different forms or incarnations of Krishna are indicated by the marking. Narsimha Saligrama, Vasudeva Saligrama, Sudarshana Saligrama, Krishna Saligrama, Rama Saligrama. Like that, so many. So, the Brahmanas always keep Saligram Shila in their home and they worship Vishnu. Brahmana means worshippers of Vishnu, Vaishnava. Modern day people don't understand what is the significance of somebody calling themselves Brahmana. They think by birth somebody is a Brahmana, not by birth. By their qualities, by their characteristics, by their activities, by their learning, by their controlling the senses, by their austerities, shamo, damo, tapas, shaucham. This is all unknown in modern civilization. They simply are proud, some people. I am Brahmana, because they're born in some Brahmin family. But they don't know anything about qualifications of a Brahman. They don't even read the Bhagavad Gita. Where will they understand? So, a Brahmana is so very qualified that he worships Vishnu every single day. He worships Vishnu by worshipping the Saligram Shila. So, therefore, Krishna is described as Brahmanya Deva, the worshipable deity of the Brahmanas. Brahmanya Deva. And because the Brahmanas meticulously worship Krishna every single day, therefore Krishna is Go Brahmana Hitayacha. And the cows, they are very dear to Krishna, and Krishna is very dear to the cows. Because the cows, they're simply eating some grass, drinking some water, and giving the most valuable foodstuff for the human society, the milk. Cow's milk is very, 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 very special. In fact, when I was in school, at least we used to study that cow's milk, of course they wouldn't say cow's milk, milk is the complete food, most balanced food. And that's a fact. Cow's milk has got all vitamins, all proteins, all fat, all calcium, minerals, everything is there in cow's milk. It's a complete food. So that is because the cow is very, very, very special creation of the Lord in this material world. Cow is very special. And in the spiritual world, Krishna is always tending cows. Surabhir abhipalayantam chintamani prakara sadmasu kalpa vriksha lakshavruteshu surabhir abhipalayantam. So, Krishna is tending cows because cows are very dear to him. And the cows, they are so attached to Krishna. So attached to Krishna. So therefore, Prabhupada says, comfort of the Brahmanas is secondary for Krishna. Therefore, the prayer is, Go Brahmana Hitaya. First the go, the cows, Hita, their well-being, their pleasure, their protection, their comfort first. Then, of course, the Brahmanas also. Krishna is very particular about protecting the Brahmanas. And here, the conclusion is, simply because of the presence of Krishna in Gokula, all the residents of Gokula, the covered men, covered women, covered boys, covered girls, everyone, all the residents, the cows, the calves, everyone would be overcoming all difficulties very easily. They don't have to do anything. Simply presence of Krishna is enough. That's all. And they would always be situated in transcendental bliss. Nandanaha means one who gives transcendental bliss. Nandana, one who gives transcendental bliss. That's the root meaning, Nandana. So, he will give transcendental bliss to all the residents of Gokula, always. Sometimes in the material world, the devotees of Krishna are interrupted by some demons or some miscreants trying to disrupt Krishna's Leela. But in the spiritual world, there are no demons. Spiritual world, there are no demons, only devotees. So, the activities of Krishna in the material world, when he incarnates, are slightly different variety than the activities he performs in the spiritual world. So this has to be carefully noted, that in the spiritual world there are no demons. So spiritual world, they are immersed in an ocean of transcendental bliss always. But the mystical thing about the material world is, even in the material world, the pure devotees of Krishna are always immersed in an ocean of transcendental bliss. How is that? Because material world characteristic is always there are miseries. But by Krishna's grace, the pure devotees overcome all difficulties without any hindrances. Sarva Durgani Anjastarishyatha. All your problems, Gorgamani is telling Nanda Maharaj, don't worry. All your problems he'll overcome simply by his presence. He has brought in all auspiciousness for you. Easily you'll overcome. And that's the experience of all the covered men and women in Gokula, in Vrindavan. That we will read, we'll study in the 10th canto, Vrindavan Leela. At least in the Mathura Leela, there was a fight, and Krishna had to use some weapons to kill the army of Jarasandha, or the different demons, Banasura, and what is that? So many other demons. Their armies. They had big armies. Kamsa. He had powerful wrestlers. who attempted to kill Krishna. But Krishna, using his strength, using his... Of course, killing Kamsa, he did not use any weapons. But when he was fighting against Jarasandha's army, he had some weapons. And even sometimes he would use his chakra in Dwaraka. But in Vrindavan, no weapons. No weapons. Absolutely no weapons. Zero. So it is mysterious how this boy, sometimes he just sucks out the life air while sucking the breast milk of Putana. And Trunavarta, he just held on to his neck tightly and then became heavy and he fell down. All this is mystical, very mystical. One Keshi demon, he came in the form of a very big horse. And Krishna put his hand inside Keshi demon's mouth. This was like a burning red hot iron rod. His hand became like that for Keshi demon. Finished, over. Krishna put his hand inside and the demon is finished. So these are all Krishna Leela. Krishna Leela. Even killing demons is a Leela. It's a Leela. It's a sporting activity for Krishna. And sporting activity as a prince or a king, at least it is clearly visible that he's having some strength, he's having some army, he's having some weapons. A coward boy is playing with some small boys. And they are engaged in some nice, games. And suddenly some demon comes, Krishna puts his hand. What did he do for Aghasura? What did he do? All the coward boys entered Aghasura's mouth. Krishna also entered. And then he expanded himself and Aghasura was completely, suffocated and he gave up his life. His life had left the body. So like that, Krishna killing demons is an actual Leela, which is totally incomprehensible for his devotees and for even the demons, for everyone. You cannot figure out. Just because Shukadeva Goswami is describing some details, something we can know. Otherwise, we cannot figure out what is Krishna doing. Because his main business is not killing demons. His main business is not killing demons. His business is to give pleasure to his devotees by engaging in his wonderful, loving pastimes. That is his real business. So give pleasure to his devotees, because he's, as Gargamuni is telling here, you will always be in transcendental bliss. He'll simply be giving you so much bliss by all his activities, all his wonderful activities. So this is the child you have obtained as your son. He is Krishna. That is what Gargamuni is telling Nanda Maharaj. He is giving more than just a name, because he is very learned. He is very, very learned. Brahmana. Therefore, he is telling so many secrets. He is revealing, actually. Some secrets he is revealing. So I'll stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki